Hi! So as you might have seen on my blog and realized from the fact that I didn't put up a video last week is I am kind of run down a bit, mostly creatively, and exactly now I hear the stairs, but we're just gonna ignore that because this is not really that important a video. Because I'm not gonna do a very specific video, I thought I wanted to do a video just talking about what's been happening, and I'm gonna be talking about general things happening and discussing them in a way, I guess, and we'll just see where it leads, I suppose. Yeah, that we're gonna do. The first thing I wanted to address is that there's now 2 paintings behind me instead of 1, and there's actually 4 on this wall. Actually, yeah, there's 4 now, and that's because I am busy making my this is a longer story actually. My grandma passed away earlier this year in April, if I'm correct. And yeah, she passed away in April, and she used to have a lot of paintings, among which a lot of like sketches of different cities, like really old sketches of cities. And I really like those because they are very vintage and very neutral as well, and I don't know, I just plain like them. So this one is Westminster Abbey, I think I told you that before, and this one is what we call Externe-la-Vallée, which is the name of the house that we used to own, or my grandparents used to own in France, and that's near Soupière, which is near Montélimar, in the southeast, if I'm correct. We used to have a house there, and this is like the front, like the garden part, and there's also a painting of the part that near what that was next to the road. So there's a painting of 2 sides of the building, and the one is already hanging and the other one is standing on my desk right now, and that will be up later, but you won't get to see it because there is a certain frame that I'm fitting in, and I don't think I will fit in more paintings just for the sake of it, because that's not the point of having them. Anyway, I have these 2, and then I have 2 pictures of Paris over on the other wall and some pictures of Amsterdam coming up as well, so it's really just all sorts of old drawings, and I really like it because it makes me think of a Paul Smith store, and my dad really likes that, and I really like that concept that he has, that he puts up all the paintings that he gets. And I also went to the exhibition, I think it was in, I don't remember which museum it was, but a museum in London near the river, and yeah, we went to the exposition about Paul Smith, and yeah, it's sort of inspired by that, and also because we had to put those paintings somewhere and I volunteered. But yeah, those are the 2 things in my background instead of 1. Second of all, and actually like the most important thing that I wanted to talk about more for myself, I guess, to make sense of it, I really like to say or write things in a like flowing non-stop line just to figure out what I'm actually thinking about it. But as some of you might know, Essena O'Neill quit social media a few days ago actually, and she stopped, well, she's stopping putting posts on Instagram and YouTube, and she also had a Snapchat and a Tumblr, which she completely deleted. And on Instagram she kept the pictures that she had, some of them at least, and edited their captions so you could see like the truth behind the picture, because there were a lot of pictures that were really not that deep, like very irrelevant in a way, but they are more there to show you what the reality behind them was. And some are there because they are meant to be inspiring, and yeah, would be a shame to let them go. And I don't know what's happening to the YouTube. I think she's just leaving everything up and not adding anything else, and she is now opening a blog where she's gonna be truthful, I guess. It's hard for me to explain because I'm not writing the blog, but she's gonna be using Vimeo instead of YouTube because that doesn't have a like system and a very social approval focused medium, and a lot of people have an opinion about it, and I guess in a way by talking about it I do too, but I think she is doing well. Like, I think that she made a choice that is probably very good for her, and I think it's good for everyone to think about what social media does for you. It really makes you evaluate why you are doing this. Are you doing it to get likes? Are you doing it because you like it? Haha, okay, sorry. That I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. Are you doing it for yourself or are you doing it for others? And I think that's a really good thing to think about, which is partly why I am doing this very not relevant video. It doesn't really matter anyway because I am my own best viewer. But I do think I like doing this. I just really like doing this, and yeah, for now at least, I am gonna continue doing this because for me it's not the wrong place to be. I do not have a big following, so I don't really have a pressure to perform of any kind, and I don't really have any pressure at all, and I also don't have that what she called genetic lottery. I am not the prettiest girl and I'm okay with that, and I think it's good for people to stay out there if they are okay with it, because you still need somewhere to be there openly and spread the message, whatever that message may be. And in my case, I get really passionate about things I love, and I want to continue talking about them and maybe one day make a change, because that is the thing I would really like to do at some point in my life, is make a change at some level, and that would be great. So for now, you won't be rid of me, for as far as there is any you. I had lots more thoughts. I have mostly been working on my BWS, just gonna call it that, like the work thing I told you about before, I think in a Dear Amy video. I've been working on that because the first deadline for that is nearing. I think it is 2 weeks from now, so that is pretty quickly. I think it's the 22nd of November, and we have to mostly finish the writing part by then, because we will be filming in week 46, which will be the same week we have that first deadline, and we can't edit and yeah, we can't film and edit and do everything in 1 week, so we're gonna have to do the writing part first and then make the montage for the film after that. I really like what we're doing, and I don't know, I feel good about it, and I feel like it's a good choice we made, and the collaboration is going really well as well, so that's really nice and something to be happy about. Last weekend I had trainings weekend with my team, which is also when I got my burnout thing. Well, it's not a burnout and I don't want to like make that a neutral thing, but I really did sort of burn out because on my phone, I had an iPhone 5, the standby button and the battery were sort of broken, so I couldn't turn the screen off with the standby button anymore, and my battery got really big, like overheated, so it got big and the screen sort of popped out, so I needed a new iPhone, and I got that last Thursday. Well, not last, but the week before that, yeah. I got it right before trainings weekend, and basically what happened was it broke within 24 hours, which got me a lot of stress because I had to make some food for the weekend as well as fix that iPhone. That didn't work, so that was a lot of stress, and basically it just became too much for me and I sort of blew up. But then I did have a nice weekend after that, so that's okay. I turned in that iPhone again and I got a third one, and that now seems to be working perfectly for at least a week. Tomorrow there's friendlies in Wageningen, which I am looking forward to because it's nice to be with like pretty much the whole Quidditch community in the Netherlands at once. I was also thinking about the fact how a lot of has changed in the past year. I am such a different person now than I was a year ago. A year ago today I was still eating meat and I still had brown hair. Around this time last year it was Elfia Arce. A year ago and a few weeks back I was in Rome, and it's so incredibly weird to see that that has been more than a year now. And next year I'll be somewhere totally different again, because next year I'll have graduated, hopefully. And I'll be out in the open world having a gap year and not knowing what to do. I'm ready to do it. Yeah, I think I am. So I'll see you next week. I hope you have a nice day, or week, or month, or whenever. Bye!
Dear Amy, first of all, your hair, yes, welcome to the team, sort of, nearly. Go hair.